Coming up on News 20 at 5, 6 o'clock edition, Tallahassee residents could expect a decrease in their utility bill, the unemployment rate dropping in Tallahassee, and check out the latest updates on Cascade Park.
From the highest of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend, this is the award-winning News 20 at 5, live.
Good evening, I'm Tonya Glover. Rabies transmission is high. Only one reported case has occurred this year. Leon County has experienced low levels of rabies, although more cases are reported in North Florida.
Heat, light, and UV light and drying all can activate the virus very quickly. So in these hot summer months, the virus is going to, again, be gone in minutes.
Make sure you keep your pets indoors, even though health officials say weather could kill the rabies virus within a few hours. The cost of natural gas is decreasing. Natural gas is what is used to power Tallahassee power plants and natural gas customers. Tallahassee residents could expect a drop in their utility bill. Experts project over the next year, these savings will produce a $100 million boost.
Those costs are projected to be $40 million less in fiscal 13 than they were in fiscal 12. So that means there's $40 million in the customers' pockets they didn't have last year.
If you would like even bigger savings, the City of Tallahassee is offering rebates to citizens who switch to natural gas. For a list of rebates, visit the city's website. Tallahassee employment rates has decreased. News 20 at 5 reporter Jamie Shute has the story.
Tallahassee's unemployment rate dropped to 2 percentage points last Friday. Governmental jobs, such as the police, are being cut, and more private sector jobs, such as Hungry Howie's, are being added to help lower the unemployment rate. CEO Kimberly Moore of unemployment agency Workforce Plus thinks her company has something to do with the low numbers.
Workforce Plus plays a key role in our economic recovery as well as sustaining, once the unemployment rate is low, sustaining that. Workforce Plus, along with other community partners, I believe create the framework for what we've seen.
Moore's company hosted a job fair January 19th that brought around 2,000 potential future employees. Many worked on resumes, filled out applications, and walked around to talk to potential employers. Home Depot's District Home and Research Manager, Tim Sertivan, talks more about the jobs that are available in Tallahassee.
Because people that are looking for jobs, we're, as an employer, we have them available, and it's nice to be able to get us all together in one place and just get the good candidates with the employers.
As Governor Rick Scott continues to increase private sector jobs, companies will ultimately need more help. As companies continue to hire, agencies like Workforce Plus will continue to help people find jobs and lower the unemployment rate here in Tallahassee. This is Jamie Shute reporting FAMU TV 20.
Senate Bill 380 is the bill set in place for internet cafes in the state of Florida. The question is whether we should keep them running or not. People believe they should be able to spend their money the way they want, as long as it is legal. Approximately 50 internet cafes are located in Northeast Florida.
People should be entitled to spend their money the way that they want to spend it, as long as they're doing it in a legal activity.
The decision to finalize this bill has not occurred as of yet. Tallahassee Cascade Park is receiving a new facelift. Reporter Brandon McMullen has more details.
Doesn't look much now, but this is the site of the highly anticipated Cascade Park. The $30 million, 24-acre park planned to open in downtown Tallahassee this October. Trucks are rolling in, setting the foundation for the amphitheater within the park, which will be a venue that can seat what officials say thousands of people. Construction began in July of 2010 under the supervision of program manager Dave Snyder of Blueprint 2000. He explained the reason for this signature project.
The project is first and foremost a stormwater project that's going to take water that comes down Franklin Boulevard through Cascades Park in a buried concrete box culvert system and dumps into a pond in the lower end of the park.
Over the years, Franklin Boulevard has been known to flood drastically due to heavy rain and poor drainage systems. Residents near the boulevard have difficult times maneuvering and adjusting to new routes because of the overflow of water onto the streets. Resident Jeff Schaefer lives on Franklin Boulevard where the flooding takes place.
This whole area down here would flood. We'd have water up on our grass, come up over the curbs of the street. All of this, a lot of times they had to close the street off because Water just got too deep, especially out in the middle. City would come down and put up signs.
While tax dollars are being used to construct Franklin Boulevard and the park, there's approximately $4 million being used from grants and private donations. For TV 20 at 5, I'm Brandon McMullen.
In December 2011, home sales reached their highest peaks in Tallahassee. Home prices have become lower, construction has increased, and mortgage rates have declined. People looking to upgrade, now is a good time to buy.
We've never probably seen values as low as they are right now within the last 10 or 15 years in Tallahassee. The other thing is that we're in a really low interest rate environment. Market conditions have pushed interest rates to historic lows.
Although sales have slumped due to foreclosures, the real estate market is on the rise. Coming up on News 20 at 5, 6 o'clock edition, find out the latest on 2 missing Iowa cousins, details on the Obama re-election campaign, and find out the fallings of a private security firm for the 2012 Olympics.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
Florida A&M University students have explored international cultures while discovering what they can become.
From Hong Kong working as a camp counselor to the Dominican Republic for the Study Abroad program, I discovered my passion for international studies. As Miss FAMU, the university has prepared me to represent my institution in the global market.
Discover what you can become.
Descubrir lo que puede llegar a ser.
Yeah, what she said. For more information about our Study Abroad program, visit discoverfamu.com.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
Florida A&M University students have explored international cultures while discovering what they can become.
From Hong Kong working as a camp counselor to the Dominican Republic for the Study Abroad program, I discovered my passion for international studies. As Miss FAMU, the university has prepared me to represent my institution in the global market.
Discover what you can become.
Descubrir lo que puede llegar a ser.
Yeah, what she said. For more information about our Study Abroad program, visit discoverfamu.com.
2 cousins are reported missing in Iowa. 8-year-old Elizabeth Collins and 10-year-old Lyra Cook were last seen by a nearby lake riding bikes. If anyone has any leads to this investigation, please call local authorities. Florida will experience new procedures at the voting polls come November elections, making sure no one who is voting shouldn't be. CNN has more.
When Floridians go to the polls in November, state officials are determined to make sure no one is voting who shouldn't be. And after a lengthy fight, to make that happen, Florida is getting access to a critical Department of Homeland Security database.
Their database will allow us to make sure that in future elections, non-U.S. citizens aren't going to vote.
Back in April, Florida began what critics called a purge of voter rolls, that those critics insisted were targeted at Hispanics and minorities who would likely vote Democratic. Using driver's license information, the state identified some 2,600 possible non-citizen voters. But it turned out the information wasn't very reliable. All but about 100 of them turned out to be U.S. citizens. In one instance, a 91-year-old World War II Battle of the Bulge hero got a letter questioning his citizenship.
And I never had any trouble. I have voted here for the last almost 15 years.
After that, Florida officials focused their attention on getting a more reliable Homeland Security database. It lists those legally here on green cards and visas, but not eligible to vote. Granting Florida access has widespread implications. At least 4 other states, potentially pivotal to the presidential election, Nevada, Colorado, Michigan, and North Carolina, have been watching Florida carefully. something Florida's governor noted.
Obama's re-election campaign questions opponent Mitt Romney's views. The campaign is convinced it is legitimate to ask opponent Romney about finances and private equity resume. Voters deserve answers. President Obama launches a blistering attack on Romney.
That is hardly a personal attack. That goes to the rationale for his candidacy.
The Obama campaign says the Romney campaign has officially gone off the deep end. Farmers are concerned about how much their corn harvest could be damaged. USDA experts say higher meat and dairy prices for consumers could rise due to a smaller corn harvest, as well as cornmeal, corn syrup, and ethanol will rise.
If you're short on moisture like we are here this year, it's a real problem.
If prices do rise, consumers are making adjustments to their budget. British officials reported on fallings of private security firm for the 2012 Olympics opening. CNN has more.
Well, the British Home Secretary has been called to Parliament to answer urgent questions about the failings of this private security firm, G4S, which was supposed to provide some 10,000 guards at various Olympic sites around Britain. Now we know the firm says it cannot provide those guards because of a software malfunction in its computer systems, which means it doesn't know how many guards have been accredited, who's going to turn up where at the right time. Therefore, the government has had to step in at the very last minute to provide 3,500 soldiers and some police as well to bridge the gap. Of course, everyone is asking why on earth it's taken until now, less than 2 weeks before the opening ceremony, for these failings to come to light. Theresa May is maintaining her line that she was only made aware of these failings last Wednesday under severe questioning from the opposition Labour Party, who think she may have had an inkling earlier on, but she insists she only knew about this last week. Dan Rivers, CNN, London.
Nelson Mandela celebrates his birthday. Across the country, people honored the country's most famous statesman to celebrate his 94th birthday. In South Africa, for his birthday, citizens performed at least 67 minutes of public service, a reference to the number of years he devoted to helping others. Find out about a local children's group.
Every day, our brave troops and their families stand up for us.
For years, we've asked so much of so few.
Now we have a chance to serve these heroes.
To give time, offer comfort, or lend a hand.
To ease the burden on a military family.
Let's honor their service by volunteering ours.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
Florida A&M University students have explored international cultures while discovering what they can become.
From Hong Kong working as a camp counselor to the Dominican Republic for the Study Abroad program, I discovered my passion for international studies. As Miss FAMU, the university has prepared me to represent my institution in the global market.
Discover what you can become.
Descubrir lo que puede llegar a ser.
Yeah, what she said. For more information about our Study Abroad program, visit discoverfamu.com.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
Meet the Champions. Champions is a community-wide campaign put on by Capital Health Plan partner with Leon County Schools and other organizations. They promote regular physical activity and healthy lifestyles. It also promotes kids' posture, flexibility, coordination, and a sense of relief. The program is available to students in the 3rd through 12th grade. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. I'm Tonya Glover. Thanks for watching News 20, 6 o'clock edition. Have a great evening.